So I'm going to put you on the spot. I asked you yesterday to come up with a top five. What are your top five streaming Atmos albums that people should check out right now?
Oh wow, wow. Top five. And just real quick, I did check Animals. It's not an Atmos on Apple Music, so hopefully it will be soon.
Is
But
Dark Side? Does
Dark Side is. Dark Side is.
okay.
I
So
know Dark Side for sure, but
they probably
Animals,
want to make sure enough people buy a bunch of Blu-rays and then they'll
yeah,
put it up.
exactly. Exactly. A top five
Top
list was
five.
it's a tough one, but I gotta say, moving pictures, Rush moving pictures.
If I
Uh,
didn't have the Blu-ray,
Right, right. I mean,
okay.
the Blu-ray, and even if it's available physical, I may have it on this list. So,
Okay.
moving pictures is definitely a top one.
Dude, I love it. And Signals. Richard Chicky nailed both of those to
Yes.
the point
Yeah.
where I'm like, I hope that they kick him another one, like redo 2112, for heaven's sake.
Yep.
Um, Fly by Night, his 5.1 is really good. But like, how about Grace Under Pressure, Power Windows?
That would be
Shoot, man, with all that layering, Power Windows would sound amazing with a
that would be
excellent
awesome.
Atmos
That would be
mix.
awesome. Yeah, I know we've talked about it before, but the two Megadeth albums, and I was never really a big Megadeth fan, but when they came out streaming and I even have the Megadeth 5.1 DVD audio
Peace Cells.
piece cell, right? But
Which
who's
I do
buying
too.
it?
I did a video like explaining like it actually sounds better than people give it credit for. They like
It
I think a
does.
lot of people just don't understand what 1986 thrash was supposed to sound like.
Yep.
But
Yep.
that 5.1 mix on my modest home system in 5.1 sounds better than any stereo source I've ever
Yes.
heard. And
Yes.
I grew up in the Bay Area, during the rise of thrash, so I know what it should sound like. And that DVD, the album doesn't sound that great, but that DVD is the best representation. Yeah, so I mean, like, you would put Rust in Peace or Countdown to Extinction on your list. So let's
Yes.
call those one. Those are twinsies.
So we got Twins. We
All
got
right, so you're on the
Rush.
you're off the hook for two.
Yeah, we got Moving Pictures. The Yes album is
Okay,
definitely top in my mind. No
that
doubt
is or
about it.
was available from Rhino in like like a pretty expensive box set. I think around $100.
I
So
think
I
so.
could
Yeah.
see
Yeah.
I could see making the choice to stream that instead.
Um, you know what? I'm gonna throw in Taylor Swift 1989.
Okay,
Her stuff is so well done. Again, I'm not a big Taylor Swift fan, but some of her songs are real catchy and they're really, really good
I'm
beats.
a
So
I'm a I'm a I'm a I'm a bigger Taylor Swift fan than I really should admit. I actually
so
have like one of her LPs back there ready to listen to pretty soon.
so I gotta throw that one onto the list. I
Okay.
mean,
All right,
and I'm
I'm with you
thinking
on
like
that.
for you know for
And
for
her
variety
production is
sake.
immaculate. I think the
Yep,
only thing I've listened of
yep,
two of hers streaming Atmos was the Red EP. I think it was like 6 songs from Red.
yep.
And
But
other than like a couple of the songs didn't land with me lyrically because I'm not an angsty young lady, but
right.
I'm a I'm an angsty middle-aged dude, so yeah, I liked it, and the production was amazing, and it was super discreet. Like you could totally tell it was a real Atmos mix. Okay, so all right, I'm gonna interrupt on the
Yep.
point where have you gotten a sense for like is everything up on these streaming Atmos services like not all those mixes can be created equal. Like there's got to be like jaw-droppingly great ones, and then like maybe ones that were just kind of like mailed in, or maybe
Oh,
even maybe even they were just like up-resed from
right,
stereo or
right.
whatever. Have you engaged with a streaming Atmos album or single or whatever and just been super disappointed? Like what the
Yeah,
crap?
yep. I'll give you. So off the top of my head, I'm going to tell you right now, the Foo Fighters album that came out. I think it's their greatest hits album.
Oh, okay.
Came out on street. Oh, terrible,
Okay.
terrible.
So don't even bother.
Don't even bother. It's like basically big stereo.
You know what I
Uh,
wish Dave Grohl would mix in surround of some kind? He did this project called Play, where he wrote every part for like an instrumental, and then like he started on position one, which was like drums, and then like a percussion, and then like bass, and then guitar, and like he
yep,
just goes around the room, and he had to
yep,
rehearse that bad boy like until he like could get around all this. It's like the Stations of the Cross, so happy Easter,
Right.
all my
Right.
Christian friends and family. It's like, like that was just so impressive. And like he put the video up on YouTube, I think was where I saw it. But then I was so damn impressed that somebody did that, that I either bought CD or LP. I think I have it on LP, just because like I'm gonna kick him a few bucks just for freaking doing that. And it's like a good composition. It doesn't suck.
Right.
So anyway, all right. So we have Rush, Megadeth, and Taylor Swift as your
Taylor
three
Swift.
so far. Two more that people should
Uh,
check out.
so I'm gonna for again for variety's sake, any of the Elton Johns that are on Dolby Atmos
Okay.
on Apple Music right now. So
Now,
they're
are
all
they basically the albums
spectacular
that have already
done.
come out in 5.1?
Right, but now they're Atmos. They've been remixed by Greg Penny,
Like
and
actually it's a fresh remix?
I
It's
think it's
not the
I
it's not the
I think
5.1
so.
like upresed?
I don't think it's up-res at all.
Really? Okay.
I would say that that is full on.
Okay, now does it happen to be only the albums that we already have like on SACD
There may be one album that's
that
not,
okay.
yeah,
Okay. All
that
right,
is
I'm
out there.
skeptical.
I'm trying to
I'm
remember.
skeptical, but I will investigate that when I have some time. And
I think yeah.
I'm just like I'm in favor of more Elton John, the better. Oh, also he has that Diamond collection.
The Diamond Collection. Now that was in Atmos. I haven't looked at that in a
It
while. I know
is.
there was some
Yeah, and so what I
controversy
did from that,
on that
I
one.
am lukewarm on certain periods of his career, but what I did is I went and made myself a personal playlist from I mean, it's like a billion songs. And so I made like a decent playlist. I could listen to it most of the evening, and it's all songs that I love.
Right.
And I remember the quality being on point. Like
Yep.
it did it for
Yep.
me. So okay, all right, Elton John, solid. All right,
Yep.
you owe me one more.
One more. So I'm gonna give you one that's a flashback to Ferris Bueller's Day Off, but it's not from 19, what was that, 1986, I think, or something like 1984, 85. So you remember the song in Ferris Bueller, it said, "Oh yeah," right?
Yeah,
Oh yeah, right?
right.
Well, the group that did that song is called Point Yellow, and they have an album on Apple Music called Point. So it's
Okay.
point yellow, and it's an incredible, it's an like your system will just light up, like it's everywhere, all over the place, up, down, to the side. So like you will literally be like you're almost like a 360. It is the epitome of what an Atmos, what a really professionally well done Atmos mix can give you.
I think
Uh,
I was aware of that being for sale on Blu-ray several years
and it's
back.
on
I
Blu-ray.
didn't
Yep.
take the plunge because even though I like some of their content, I wasn't crazy about like I went and listened to that album in stereo and it just wasn't quite my cup of tea, and the Blu-ray was kind of expensive. But if I could go throw it on streaming,
Go, yep,
like
throw it on
why
stream and
wouldn't
get
I,
it.
right? Like
Yeah.
okay, all
It,
right, all
it,
right.
I can tell you when I have some people over, it's one, like if they ask me hey, let's check it out, show us your system, like, see, we want to see what this is all about. But that's like one of the first songs I'll throw on. The bass is just like, it's literally chest thumping, boom, 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 and the sounds are just all around you, and the voice, like the singer, I don't remember his name, but he's like literally right there in the
Right on.
room with you. It's almost like I'll add one more to the top five. We'll make it kind of a top six. And I know there might be some controversy with this one too, because I know not everybody feels the same way, but the John Lennon mixes, the John Lennon Atmoses.
Okay.
So when you think about John Lennon, like in the early 70s, after he left after the Beatles breakup, a lot of his stuff is real. He's got the guitar, he's got the piano, he's got he's got he sings, but he's not got a big band. It's not like big music. So, but
It
when
tends
you
to be
listen to
fairly
him,
sparse.
yeah, but when you listen to him in Atmos, they really created it. Like to me, it feels like he's in the room with you playing the piano and singing
So I've
in
got
the
the collection
room.
that they did. It's the gold bordered collection,
Yep.
and
Yep.
it comes with one or two Atmos Blu-rays, and it felt like the quality varied just depending on what was available. Like what did he lay down on tape? So some of the
Right.
Atmos mixes in that set are very impressive, and
Yes.
some are just merely immersive,
Yep.
but just not really gonna wow you.
Right.
So
Right.
okay, I could get with that, and then I'll throw in a bonus for everyone just because I love her so much. Halsey,
Halsey.
Manic. Oh, I love that. Am I allowed to say that? I guess I am. It's my channel. Um, Manic. Like I just love that record. It's a desert island record for me. It's just speaks a lot. And and that's, like I was saying, like it does expose me to some stuff. Like if I have artist recognition, and I wish she would put out a Blu-ray, but she hasn't. So,
Exactly.
that's the next best
Exactly.
thing.